On March 13, 2020, Breonna Taylor, a 26-year-old African-American emergency medical technician, was fatally shot by Louisville Metro Police Department, LMPD, officers. 3 LMPD officers forced entry into her apartment in Louisville, Kentucky, under the authority of a search warrant. Gunfire was exchanged between Taylor's boyfriend Kenneth Walker and the officers. Walker said he believed that the officers were intruders. The LMPD officers fired over 20 shots. Taylor was shot 8 times. An LMPD Sergeant Mattingly was injured by gunfire. Another police officer and an LMPD lieutenant were on the scene when the warrant was executed. 3 The LMPD investigation was searching for 2 people who were already in police custody. 4 and suspected of selling controlled substances from a drug house more than 10 miles, 16 kilometers, away. 5 One of the people in custody, Jamarcus Glover, had a prior relationship with Taylor. 6 The search warrant included Taylor's residence because it was suspected of receiving drugs in the case. 5 And because a car registered to Taylor had been seen parked on several occasions in front of Glover's house. 7 No drugs were found in the apartment. Walker was licensed to carry a firearm and fired first, injuring a law enforcement officer, whereupon police returned fire into the apartment with more than 20 rounds. According to a wrongful death lawsuit filed against the police by the Taylor family's attorney, the officers entered the home without knocking or announcing that they were police officers, and allegedly opened fire with a total disregard for the value of human life. Persons involved: Breonna Taylor, June 5, 1993 – March 13, 2020, was born in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Her parents were Tamika Palmer and Troy Herod. She graduated from Western High School and went on to study at the University of Kentucky. She was an emergency medical technician 10 and worked at 2 hospitals, University of Louisville Jewish Hospital and Norton Healthcare. At the time of her death, she was working for University of Louisville Health. 10/11/12 Her funeral was held on March 21, 2020. 11 Kenneth Walker was Taylor's boyfriend, who lived with her in the apartment. Jonathan Mattingly is an LMPD police sergeant who joined the department in 2000. Fred Hankison is an LMPD plainclothes detective. Miles Cosgrove is an LMPD plainclothes detective. Investigations and legal proceedings. All officers involved in the shooting were placed on administrative reassignment pending the outcome of an investigation. 15 Walker initially faced criminal charges of first-degree assault and attempted murder of a police officer. 8/17 The LMPD officers said they announced themselves before entering the home and were immediately met with gunfire from Walker. 18 According to their statement, Walker discharged his firearm first, injuring an officer. Walker's lawyer said Walker thought that someone was entering the residence illegally and that Walker acted only in self-defense. The 911 calls were later released to the public, with Walker recorded telling the 911 operator, "Somebody kicked in the door and shot my girlfriend." 18 Walker was later released from jail due to coronavirus concerns, which drew criticism from Louisville Metro Police Department Chief Steve Conrad. 19 On May 22, Judge Olu Stevens released Walker from home incarceration. In late May, Commonwealth's attorney Tom Wine moved to dismiss all charges against Walker. The case could be presented to a grand jury again after reviewing the results of the FBI's and the Kentucky Attorney General's office's investigations. Wine dropped the charges because the officers never mentioned Taylor by name to the grand jury or that they shot her. Walker's close friends said that his job was to protect Taylor at any cost. 2021 Rob Eggert, an attorney representing Walker, released a statement saying, he just wanted to resume his life. At the same time, his attorney said that he could be charged again later as more facts come out of the shooting. 22 Taylor's family On May 15, Taylor's family filed a wrongful death lawsuit. It states that Taylor and Walker were sleeping in their bedroom before the incident happened, and that the police officers were in unmarked vehicles. None of the officers were wearing body cameras, as all 3 were plainclothes narcotics officers. 23 Taylor and Walker thought their home had been broken into by criminals and that they were in significant, imminent danger. The lawsuit alleges that the officers then entered Breonna's home without knocking and without announcing themselves as police officers.